Hey y'all, welcome back to the Simple Cozy Haven. My name is Kaylee and I'm so happy you decided to join me today. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about how I made over this piano behind me and one of my most favorite Facebook Marketplace finds so far. If you're new here and love all things home decor and DIY on a budget, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click that little bell notification so you're notified every time I have an upload. And I would love to hear from you guys. Leave a comment below on your favorite either thrift find, Facebook Marketplace find, or even a flip that you found, or even better, if it was something you found on the side of the road, because let's be real, we all love those awesome finds. So tell me below your favorite one so far. And without further ado, let's jump into today's video. Okay, so this is my current piano setup, and this was my grandma's piano. And I love it, but it has seen better days. I don't know if it was like my kids, but like this is all rough and beat up. All there, hydrangeas falling apart. It's seen better days. Like the leg broke whenever they transported it here. Like there's stuff missing. It's not in the best shape. There's dog hair under here, you know, lovely things. So I want to paint it. And well, also it's very orange. It's just not my favorite thing in the world. So we are going to paint it. And I just went to my local antique store that has Fusion mineral paint, and I got the color ash. It's like a really soft black. And then I was reading online and someone was like, you need to use the Fusion Ultra Grip underneath it because it's super glossy, you know, just to help adhesion. But I'm still going to scuff sand this with, you know, just hand sandpaper. But, you know, I think that's like the best thing for longevity, especially with my kids. And this is, you know, in a main traffic flow area. Don't mind everything else out. But that is just a little swatch I just did with my finger on the piano. So I think it's going to look really nice. And then we're going to add the new mirror on top. And I think that's going to be really nice. And kind of just update this little spot in our house. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start by cleaning everything off the piano, and I'm going to wipe it down with some TSP, which is just like a super strong degreaser. That's what you use before you do cabinets. So we're going to do that, and then I'll go in and fill the imperfections on the top and let that dry, and then we'll scuff sand it. Here's my 3-year-old. We're gonna scuff sand it, and then we will do a light coat. I need to go get a roller, but I might have one in the garage. But then we're gonna do like a super light coat of this Ultra Grip, and then it says to leave for 12 hours. So we're gonna follow the instructions this time for sure, because this ain't something we're gonna wanna redo ever. So let's clear this thing off. And I was thinking, like, I need to do this before Christmas because we're gonna decorate for Christmas very soon. It's almost the end of Halloween, or the end of October. So we wanna have this finished before we get out all the glitter and all that fun stuff. Because, you know, for 2 months, it's just gonna be kind of crazy. So we gotta get this done now. And this is my grandma's piano. She passed away about 5 years ago, and she was a beautiful pianist. And one song that my mom kind of relates to my grandma with is "It Is Well With My Soul." So I have the sheet music printed out in this frame, and I love it. So this will definitely not change, but I thought that was such a neat way to like have art, but also kind of have like a little tribute to her. So once I removed everything off the piano, I went in with some 120 grit sandpaper and just gave it a scuff sand. I really want to make sure that I do this paint project correctly so I don't have to redo it and everything looks nice. And once I finished sanding the main parts, I went in with that TSP solution and I wiped everything down and cleaned up all of the dust. Is it even a home project if you don't end up at the hardware store about 5,000 times? Or just any project, any DIY? Because we just had to run to Lowe's, we could not find our wood filler. It's gone, it's MIA. So we just got some plastic wood to fill in. I don't know if it was like water damage on the top of the piano, but like once I started sanding it, the finish was just flaking off. So I'm just going to use that and give it a nice finish. I'll show you kind of what happened. And then I got a paintbrush. I like to just get a new fresh paintbrush anytime I do a project like this because it just paints so much nicer. So I got just this little purdy one. I really like this. It's not like super loose of a brush. It says medium stiff. But I just think it's still really soft. I think it's a good brush for projects like this, is what I like to do. So let's put the wood filler on and then we can do the ultra grip. So yay. And then tomorrow when the kids are all at school, I can put on my first coat of the Fusion mineral paint. And so you can just see where there's some, I think it was just water damage because it was all bubbly. And then whenever I started sanding, it just kind of like flaked off. So I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but we're just gonna fill that in just so it is nice. I poured the Ultra Grip primer into a disposable cup because I wasn't sure what it would do to a paint tray. And I just used this to lightly brush on a coat. Apparently this is supposed to be like a super sticky primer, and once it dries, you will feel that it has this very distinct texture. It just helps the paint grip onto it. This would be a perfect product to use if you are wanting to paint something that is laminate and you're afraid that the paint won't stick. We'll see how it holds up, but I think that this is going to be an awesome product. What's it for? What's it for? There's so much more than we've been told, way beyond what we can hold. So keep your eyes open for the things that... Okay, so last night I kind of got a little carried away and wanted to just start doing a little tester, and this is how far we got. So that is the color. That's just one coat, and so far it's going on like really well. I can get that to focus. I'm really happy with it. I'm not gonna worry about getting in here under the keys just yet. That will definitely just have to be another day. Once everything else is cured, then we'll go back and do that. So it's like a really soft black. The lighting in the camera is making it look kind of blue, probably because it's next to the super orange. toned wood. But anyway, so I thought this was really interesting. I had my husband take off the music stand. It just screws in, super easy. But like you can see how much the piano has aged. Because you can see like where the little openings were for that. So the finish has definitely been kind of going downhill, I guess, you know, just things age. So yeah, we've got all these little things filled. It feels a lot better. So let's get to painting.
Oh, you have to give it one more try. Now that the idiots are dead.
So a trick I found was to work in small sections, and then I would come back and completely run my brush along the whole width of the piece in like one long stroke each way. And this helps me get a really perfect finish. And again, I'm really sorry about the camera. I guess I had a setting turned on that was for if you're holding the camera, and I had this on a tripod, so it was like trying to follow the subject as if the subject was moving, but I really wasn't like moving the camera. So again, I apologize for that. I found the fix. I was sitting there, I'm like, what the heck is happening? But we fixed it, and going forward after this video, it will never happen again. So thanks for bearing with me, you guys. It really means a lot that you are still here and watching this video.
Tell you what they're running from. No one knows anymore. What's it for? What's it for?
Okay, so now I'm about to start the keys, and over here, and I sanded this pretty smooth, just from where the piece was closed. So I'm going to go in and tape the keys off on the back and the side, and then get to painting back here. So that's what we're gonna do next. Okay, so plot twist, that's about near impossible. So maybe if you had more space in between the keys and the back of the piano, it's just like literally nothing. So I'm just going to use this super tiny like 1/4 inch brush to just very meticulously get back in here, and luckily this paint will wipe off the keys. Like I have a little bit right here that I just need to go in and just kind of scrape off. But that's what we're gonna do. So forget the tape. It's not gonna work for this part of the project. So this will definitely take me a while. And it was at this point when I decided that I was not going to paint the back of the piano. It was going to take way too long, and I was afraid I was just going to mess something up. So I just went back and wiped up the little bit that I had painted, and it was just fine. So then I just went ahead and moved on to these side pieces on the piano, but I was sure to like leave nice clean lines with a really tiny paintbrush, and I just left that back piece alone. It's original. We're gonna call it good. We are now going to go in with this Magnolia Home clear wax, and then I've got this Zebra wax and like chalk paint brush that I'm going to like buff it in with, and this wax is awesome. Let me show you. So I've used it before. And it is just like, it's like super creamy, and it works in super easily. You can see it on the brush there. Obsessed. This is my new favorite product. Okay, so I'm just going to, there's a little dust. I'm just gonna take the product and just work it in. You can see like it gets super like liquidy almost. Come on over. Come over here. And then I'm just gonna take an old flour sack towel and just kind of buff it in. And it helps just give the furniture some protection, and then it also, like this paint feels like super like flat finish, you know, just like normal chalk paint. But this kind of just gives it that little satin glow that you can see right there. So super nice. And I'm going to work on doing the furniture wax all around. So yeah, I love this. And I just stipple my brush in and then just buff it in everywhere. So super easy. Okay, so I just got this mirror on Facebook Marketplace for 30 bucks, and it is from Carolina Mirror Co. And I think the previous owner had stripped it, but we're going to give it some dark life back. I want to have it dark because I'm going to put it over here on the piano. So it worked out. I was just talking about how I like to switch it out. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we are going to redo this mirror. I think it was previously stripped by who I just bought it from or somebody before that, but I want to have a dark stain on here, so we're going to redo that. I'm just going to clean everything up using this odorless mineral spirits. And I've got paper towel. And then I've also just got a wire brush that I will use just to, you can tell there's like some leftover stain or stripper just kind of in these grooves, and I just want to make sure we've got a nice, clean, even spot to start our new stain from. So I'm going to pour the mineral spirits into that cup. That's what that's for. Use something you don't care about. This is just a regular cleaning cup that I use for refilling cleaners around the house.
I'm hushing the dog on the chain. I'm running up stones on the edge of the bank. Rally the troops for another refrain. I sing this softly to myself. I sing this softly to myself.
And I went in with the espresso color of the Varathane stain from Home Depot. I love the depth that this gave the mirror. What drew me to this mirror was this really pretty like I think, I don't really know the technical term for it, but I feel like it's like a sweetheart neckline for the top of the mirror. I just thought that was so pretty. And looking back at photos of my previous like round mirror I had above the piano, it looked so cramped on top of the piano with all of our things. And once I put this on top of the piano, you know, above it, it just fit the space so much better. And I'm really happy with taking the risk on a Facebook Marketplace find and just finding this. And I'm truly obsessed with it. Like, it's not perfect. Whoever had stripped it had left wire brush marks on the glass, but I think it kind of gives it that like old vintage look to it. So it wasn't my favorite thing, but it's definitely something I can live with, and the mirror shape definitely makes up for it. So I am just really happy with this find.
I'm waking up early again, sitting alone and listening, and there is no separation from you in the end. I sing this softly to myself. I sing this softly to myself.
All right, y'all, that's all from me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video and feel inspired to give something of yours a fresh new life and a new meaning. And I hope that you also get on Facebook, get on your local Buy Nothing groups, and find something to flip. I think it's so fun to give something a new life, and it helps really bring in that beautiful curated look that we're all looking for in our homes. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys next week. See you later. Bye.